People don't tell you this about being a social worker. They don't tell you that there's going to be days where you're exhausted, where you're overwhelmed. There's going to be times where you're going to be nearing burnout. There's going to be times where you see situations that are just horrific. You walk into a home, you're working with someone, and you see a family system that is so incredibly dysfunctional, you wonder how they even survive a day at a time in an environment like that. And then there's going to be days where you see that same family in a total different world because you've been putting in the work, because you've been helping them, you've been connecting them to services, and they've been cooperating. There's going to be days where you're working with that client who's been homeless their entire life, and you're going to see a light bulb turn on in their head, and they do something different, and they're willing to take advantage of the services that we're offering them. Those are those moments that really just highlight why I do this work. Those moments where I see someone get it, where I'm able to really connect with them, is a beautiful experience because I know what it's like. I know what it's like to wonder where your next meal is going to come from. I know what it's like to be concerned about, if you're going to be able to afford your medication one month, to find a doctor who understands what's going on. I know what it's like to live in a dysfunctional family system. I know what it's like to be addicted to drugs and alcohol. I know what it's like to go through that. I know what it's like to have autism, to have ADHD, to feel profoundly misunderstood. And I also know what it's like to recover. I know what it's like to feel like this thing that I thought was a curse is now a blessing because it got me connected to something bigger than myself that I still to this day fully don't understand. If it wasn't for all of those difficult moments that I experienced in my life, all of the painful lessons that I learned, I would not be here today. And I can tell you today, I am grateful. I am so glad that I made it, that I stuck around, that I didn't take that express exit that I thought about many, many a times because I was I was defeated. As always, it gets better. If you know anyone who needs help, call me. I have dedicated my life to this work, and I sincerely mean that.